Hello, this is a Hall of Fame film from the European server. We're in Prokhorovka, standard mode, south spawn at sebastianpotachka in his Luchs. He's just told his team, that's why the thing's flashing up there, that he's going to go to E1 to spot and is requesting support. 3 lights apiece, 2 artillery apiece. Enemy teams a little bit slanted toward mediums and heavies, and his team's a little bit more balanced. Actually, he has 3 arty instead of 2. So I would say overall these are fairly even teams. May the best spotting team win, which is what normally happens on this map. If you can eliminate the enemy scouts, you have a huge advantage in Proc or Fiery Silent. He's pressing on toward E1. You just hope you don't see enemy scouts headed the same way. The MT-25's out of the equation. He's over on the other side of the middle. But there's still the Luchs in the 12T unaccounted for. He gets his first spot over here. The Churchill's way off in the distance. Here he comes in. Gets into his bush and still no scouts. You wonder where they're at. But he has 4 people lit up along the north end of Camper Road. They're starting to take damage. Taking a lot of damage. Enough damage to kill 2 of them. Comet's getting beat up. There's the 12T sitting out in the open. I don't know why, but he is. So now you're hoping your team doesn't let this guy get close enough to expose you, because you have a good thing going. But he's tracked and died. So it's on to wipe out the rest of the west flank, and then move in behind everybody and clean up. It's only 2-to-1 lead right now, but they're in a just awesome position right now. Once they eliminate these last 2 tanks on Camper Road, they're just going to roll the other team up, because they'll be attacking them from 2 different angles. It's going to be a mismatch at the end. That's my prediction. And there they go. So the lead's up to 3 tank lead. If everybody presses forward on the attack, this is going to be crazy. There's a AMX TD. And the Cromwell's coming over, the MT-25 maybe getting desperate and just going to do something stupid. I can't see it. I thought he was going to cross over, but he didn't. So now it's just going to be an assault on the remaining tanks. It's going to be a fight for damage right now. MT-25 is trying to come over on him, I think. Maybe not. Probably going to think better of it after that. Now he has to finish reload, and fortunately somebody takes out the Comet. There's 2 more guys back there. Wow, they had a lot of people back there and had really nothing to show for it. Except Sebastian has a whole bunch of spotting damage to show for it. So with the IS about to die, he heads off for the next spot. And he says, well, there's the arty, right where you'd think you would be. Either there or right across the hill. Now he has to hope he evades the guy's shot if he's ready to go. 12T's coming in to help him out. Finish off the hardy. 2 tanks to go. Now he's going to evade a little bit. And that's the game. For the battle, Sebastian-Potachka ends up with only 353 damage, very low for him, and 2 kills. 20 of 40 shooting, that's 50%. But he had 5,474 damage, because he had all those red juicy targets sitting there in A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, a little bit in D. And they were very nice and compliant and just sat there like Buffalo getting shot down in the Buffalo Massacre of the 1860s. They never ran off. They just kind of watched everybody drop around them. It's like, la-di-da, I'll just stay here. They won't see me. Yes, they will. He got 11 spots. 37,170 credits. Gave him a XP of 2,304. He stayed alive. He got a patrol duty in his scout, spotter, arsonist, and fire for effect. So his battle score was 2,369, which puts him into 8th place on a Luchs list that is full of his battles already. When he got up to E1, is like great, everything you could ask for in a scout battle on proc when you want to go to E1. No enemy scout tried to go to E1 and counter it. All kind of targets showed up, and they just sat there and didn't move and try to get away. And most importantly, he had a bunch of tanks behind him that were capable of hitting what they shot at. And as they mowed down the targets to the south, they moved farther north so they could continue hitting the targets north of them. A lot of times you get people that get set in their ways and they sit down here and kill the 1 or 2 targets here, but even though you have stuff lit up here, they just stubbornly refuse to move. And it ruins the whole experience because you know what kind of gold mine there is up there for you and for them, but you can't convince them to go mine it. So everything worked out the way he needed to, and he ended up running 3/4 of a lap across the top and then down here. Kept lighting up targets the whole time. And at the end, just let his teammates kill the last tank so he wouldn't take any more damage. Simple, simple stuff. Battle after battle after battle. Spot, let your teammates kill. If you're not getting spots and assisted damage, then find hopefully cases where you can get tanks isolated or in a position to where you can use your distance and vision advantage to shoot at them and they can't see you, and you start piling up damage totals. In every case, doing the simple stuff like that, you help yourself and you help your team, and most of the time you can do it successfully. You end up with a win. From Prokhorovka, standard mode south spawn, working camper road in the 1-2 line to perfection, Sebastian-Potachka. Happy hunting.